Um, lo que pasa es que de lo que ya no tengo, lo que le conté, ya no tengo esa interconexión y eso.
Ujú.
Los horarios de luz me han hecho pedazos estos días.
Okay,
Entonces, por ejemplo, esta semana me cortaban la luz de 6 a 9.
right. Just at the moment of the class, right?
Ah, y ahorita por suerte mi papá me conectó el generador a la computadora
Ujú.
y por suerte estoy aquí ahorita.
Okay, there you go. Juan Francisco, listo, vamos a empezar. Dame un minutito, okay? Give me a second, please. Hold on.
Ok, dicho.
Okay, so Juanfra, can you hear me? I am back. Hello, hello.
Teacher,
Yeah, tell me.
¿usted cómo le hace cuando ya no hay ninguna persona?
I record the class. I record the class. Grabo la clase. I record the class.
Y
Yes,
ahorita usted estaba grabando la clase.
I was recording the class, yes, the beginning of the class, because I was making a review. Ya, te explico esto en Spanish. I was explaining you this in Spanish.
Ya, ok,
Em,
teacher.
esta semana, this week, tú no viniste, you didn't come, pero sí vino Pame, ¿ok?
Ah, sí vino.
Pame vino, pero justo hoy no vino, no sé qué pasó. Entonces, con ella estábamos haciendo un review, justamente porque ella se perdió igual, 2 semanas, ¿no? Creo que fue justamente que sus horarios no coincidieron, ¿no? Esas semanas que tú sí estabas conectándote, ella no se conectó, pero esta semana ella sí se conectó. Así que con Pame dije, o Joana, sorry, Joana, estábamos haciendo un
Ok,
review. Por ejemplo, ella no hizo lo del, ¿te acuerdas del restaurant review? ¿Te acuerdas que
sí, claro.
estábamos viendo con respecto al information related to, a ver, déjame le comparto el libro, let me share you the book. Ya, ella no vio el restaurant review, ella, por ejemplo, tampoco vio lo de la information, lo del Airbnb, lo de los speculations, eso. Así que estábamos igualándonos de eso, ¿ok?
Ok,
Ya. Y no te olvides, don't you forget, Juan Francisco, the classes are being uploaded to Zoom, to YouTube, okay? I am uploading the YouTube classes to YouTube, so you can find it there, okay? Ya, directamente a veces en la plataforma de Canvas se demora un poquito más en subir las clases, pero directamente en las clases en YouTube, aquí vamos a encontrar las clases, ¿no? Por ejemplo, la del día miércoles o Wednesday, esa no le subí porque tuve un problema con la connection, pero por ejemplo, la del día lunes, Monday, por aquí debe estar Joey, ya, del 4, ¿no? Yeah, we were checking, estuvimos aprendiendo todo el vocabulary that is related to food. Ok, así que Juanfran, please, ahí en mi canal lo puedes encontrar. Yo estoy como Osmar Steven Acurio, ok.
ok, teacher.
Listo, así que Juan Francisco, ¿cuál es o qué es lo que debemos aprender? What are we supposed to learn today? Let me explain you, because here you go. And after this, I believe it's gonna be done with that, okay? Juan Francisco, we are learning about the. Let me share you my screen now. What are the advantages or disadvantages of living in city versus living in town? So let me share it over here now. Can you see it? Okay. So Juan Francisco, just to finish for this unit, unit number 7, We are supposed to get what are the differences between living in a city versus living in a town. In your personal case, Juan Francisco, what do you prefer? Living in a big city or living in a small town?
Repeat.
Okay, do you prefer, do you believe that it's better living in the city or living in the town?
Depends, teacher.
Yeah, tell me, in your personal case, what do you prefer, cities or town?
Mm, teacher, ¿cómo se dice?
Repeat.
Acostumbrado.
I am used.
In my personal case, teacher, I am just to the country because I live in the country, in Machachi, exact.
Okay.
And it's very Pacific. Um, uh, ¿Cómo se dice? Yo conozco a todas las personas, o sea, somos entre todos.
We know each other. We know each other.
Yes, teacher, we know each other. And, a ver, ok, ¿cómo le explico? Yo vivo al lado literalmente de la carretera, entonces yo no
Ah,
puedo salir así por decirle que yo voy a salir aquí a jugar en el patio, porque tengo un patio de atrás, pero ese ya es sellado y no puedo ver a
okay.
nadie más.
Sure. So you live near the road, near the road. Uh-huh.
Yes, teacher. And in the city, um, generalmente, generally, when I go to the city, I see the is most sucio.
Dirty.
Uh, it's most dirty and it's not Pacific. The much sounds to hear you. It's bad. Molesto, es muy molesto.
It's annoying, right? Annoying. Okay, so Juan Francisco, here we have 5 reasons why the countryside, why the towns are better than cities. I'm gonna read one and you're gonna tell me if you agree or not. So number 1 says, there are no traffic jams. You don't need to spend hours trying to get to work. So do you agree or no? There are no traffic jams. Do you agree? What do you think?
Jumps. What is the meaning of jumps, teacher?
Traffic jams, we can translate it to Spanish as embotellamientos o atascos de tráfico, traffic jams.
In the country, no, teacher.
In the countryside, no traffic jams. In the city, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
teacher.
excellent. Do you agree?
Yes, in the country, no, but in the specific days, example, feriado, what is the word?
Holiday, on
Yes,
holiday.
teacher. In the holidays, it's not because the first day, perdón, el último, penúltimo día, penúltimo, ¿cómo se diría?
In English, there is no specific word for that, so we can call it the day after, the day before yesterday.
Okay. The day before yesterday is a terrible traffic
Ah,
because the
that was because of the
family,
family, right?
yes.
Okay, but just in specific occasions.
Yes, teacher. Only in specific moments. Or, em, por ejemplo, mi carretera es la Panamericana Sur, entonces de aquí de ley debes irte para irte a Quito. Ya, por ejemplo, cuando tú te vas a Ambato, de ley debe Ambato, Cayambe o en general a cualquiera de esas partes, de ley debes volver por la carretera, ¿no es cierto?
Or the road, by the
O sea,
road.
evidentemente por esta, por la Panamericana. No, no, o sea, tú me entiendes. Ya, entonces. De eso, lo que pasa es que sabe haber accidentes.
Oh,
Accidents.
that is a disadvantage. There are some traffic accidents.
Yes, teacher. But in reitero, ¿cómo se dice reitero?
That I clarify, maybe clarifying.
Okay, but I clarified that in some specific moments is the traffic jams.
Okay,
In
but most of the
holidays,
time, no.
yes, no.
Okay, number two. Can you read number two, Juan Francisco, and tell me, do you agree or no?
With the two, number
Read,
two,
read number two.
everyone knows your name and who your parents are, and they help you when times are bad. Your name and who your parents are, and they help. Yes, teacher, I agree. In
Yeah.
the country, no?
Yeah, in the countryside, in the town, not in the city. Because in the city, you don't know anyone.
La
There are lots
traducción
of
ahí dice que conoce el nombre de todos.
everyone knows your name, todos saben tu nombre, everyone knows your name, y tus padres, ¿no? And who your parents are.
Mm,
And they
okay.
help you when times are bad. Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Carry on. Number three. Everything is cheaper. Eating out, buying houses, even going to the cinema. Do you agree or not?
Cheaper. What is the meaning, teacher?
Cheaper talking about money. Remember, it's a low price if you compare to the city.
Buying houses, even going to cinema. Um, mm, no, teacher.
You
In this case,
disagree?
no. Yes.
Do you believe it's the same price as in the city?
Mm.
Cheaper, remember, we're talking about money. For example, near your house, you can find a salchipapa for $1, for $2. But if you go to a restaurant in the city, maybe you're going to find more expensive dishes. What do you think?
Ah, a ver, no, o sea que es barato, entonces está diciendo.
Excellent.
Ah, no,
Everything
yo
is
lo entendí al
cheaper.
revés. Ah, houses, no. No, because in this part example is the terrenos.
Okay, the grounds,
Yes. The grounds is very biggest. For this reason, no. Exactly, no is a, cheaper price, se diría, no, un precio
Mhm.
bajo.
It's not a cheaper price. Excellent.
Yes, it's not a cheaper price. The eating, yes, it's cheaper it, but in this part, in my country, and no cinema.
Ah, there is no cinema, right?
Yes.
Okay. Number four. I'm gonna rate number four. You don't have to queue for the most popular restaurant in town. Queue means hacer fila. You don't have to queue. Do you agree or no?
Mm. Teacher, what is the meaning of qui-
Queue,
qui-
hacer fila,
qui-
queue.
queue? Okay.
You don't have to queue in most of popular restaurants in town because there is no much people. There are no many customers, so you don't have to queue. Do you agree or no?
Yes, teacher. It's
Okay,
exactly.
and can you read number five, please?
Mm, okay. You can get lost. Who cares if you don't have any signal on your phone? You don't need GPS.
GPS. Do you agree? Do you believe that in towns you don't need GPS?
Mm. Eh, no, teacher. Por ejemplo, mi familia conoce bien la zona.
So you don't need GPS,
Entonces,
right?
Sí, no necesitaría. Más en la ciudad sí me preocuparía quedarme ahí perdido, porque sí me podría perder.
Excellent. There are many streets, there are many places, and it's very big, right? Okay, super. So, Juan Francisco, please pay attention because we're gonna do a listening activity.
Claro.
Yeah, a listening activity. Are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so we are going to listen to Kate and Tim discussing about living in the countryside versus living in the city. So, Juan Francisco, can you read the sentences on letter E from 1 to 5? Read, please.
Okay. And number one, Kate grew up in a small town. Tim would want to
Track
live
2.
in a small town. Number
Continue.
three, Kate thinks small towns are safer. More people have driving accidents in the city than in the country. And people who live in the country have smaller carbon foot, footprint.
Excellent. So, are you ready to listen, Juan Francisco?
One question.
Uh-huh.
The translation of footprint,
Ah,
impresión de pie.
yeah, footprint. This is a word related to environment. Carbon footprint, this is what we know in Spanish as huella de carbono. Carbon footprint. Have you heard that expression? Carbon footprint
Uh,
means, for example, the impact that your activities do to
yes,
the environment.
yes, teacher, I hear this.
Yeah,
In my school, o sea, la huella de carbono es cuando, por ejemplo, acciones pequeñas que tú realizas en el día a día pueden afectar al ambiente, ¿no?
exactly. That's it. So it is really important to reduce your carbon footprint. That means that your activities don't have an impact on your on the environment, right?
Yes, teacher.
So, Juan Francisco, are you ready? I need your focus, your concentration to identify if these sentences are true or false. So, here we go. Concentration, please. Focus. Here we go.
Point 44. Track 2.44.
What are you reading?
Fran just sent me the link to this list of 5 reasons why small towns are better than cities. What are you laughing at? Small towns are better than cities.
Yes, if you want to have nothing to do and never meet anyone new.
Well, I loved growing up in a small town. There's a real sense of community. People care about you. It's like you belong to one big family.
Yes, I know you liked it, but I've always been a city boy. I love being in the centre of things. There's so much going on here. Cinemas, restaurants, museums, and there are lots more work opportunities in big cities than in a small town.
But there's also more crime. Life's more dangerous here.
Actually, research has shown that it's actually safer to live in the city.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
Yes, they did a study in the US that compared the number of accidents in country and city areas. And in the country, there was a much higher number of accidents than in the city. Car crashes mainly, because people drive more in the countryside.
That makes sense if you think about it. And hospitals are nearer, I suppose, so you get help quicker.
Exactly. So it's actually safer to live in the city. And it's better for the environment.
Really? How do you work that out?
Well, you can't rely on public transport in the countryside like you can in the city, so you have to drive more. It's been proved that if you live in the city, you actually have a smaller carbon footprint, especially if you live somewhere with good public transport.
I've definitely noticed that I walk more now I live in the city. Everything's closer, I guess. And it is nice not to have to get into the car just to go to a supermarket.
You see, there are a lot of advantages to living in a city. You can't argue with that.
No, I can't. There are definitely advantages, but I still miss my little hometown.
Yeah, you got it, Juan Francisco.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so tell me, number one, was it true or false?
Mm, I can hear it's true.
Yeah, this is correct. Kate grew up in a small town. Number two, Tim wouldn't want to live in a small town. True or false?
Mm, mm. Wouldn't want to live in a small town. Si no estoy mal, igual es true.
Excellent, because he said that he's a city boy. Did you listen?
Yes.
He's a
Yes,
city
teacher.
boy, so he prefers living in the city. Number three, Kate thinks small towns are safer.
Mm, yes, teacher, true. No
This
estoy
is
mal.
true again. Excellent. That's it. And number four, more people have driving accidents in the city than in the country.
Mm, mm, true, teacher. Pero no sé si estoy bien en eso.
Okay, this is false. Well, here in Ecuador, here in Ecuador, it happens, right? For example, here in Quito, in the Simón Bolívar, there are many accidents, and this is located in the city. But in the USA, in other countries, is actually false, right? It's the opposite. People have more driving accidents in the country. And finally, number five, people who live in the country have a smaller carbon footprint. True or false?
True, teacher.
Actually, this is also false. But why? You're going to tell me, teacher, I don't think so. I don't believe that.
Yes, teacher.
Juan Francisco, this happens because in the country, you need more to use a car. In the city, there is transport, public transportation, so you
Yes.
can go everywhere by transport.
Okay.
But in the countryside, for example, you don't have that much public transport, right? That many buses. So you need to take a car, you need to take a taxi, and that's a bigger carbon footprint. Yes? Excellent. So just to finish for today, Juan Francisco, we are going to finish by doing the next activity that is very, very easy, okay?
Okay.
And what is this about, Juan Francisco? Is the combination of verbs and prepositions. As you can see here, we have some verbs: apologize, argue, believe, belong, care, complain, cope, depend, succeed, think, wait, and worry. They are already taken, but I need you to help me to complete what would it be the translation for this, okay? For example, think. Think about something, pensar acerca de algo, pensar sobre algo, okay? Pay for something, pagar por algo, wait for something, esperar por algo. Rely, what is rely?
Rely. Mm, mm, rely. I don't remember, teacher.
Rely, it's like confiar. Confiar en algo o en alguien, no rely, rely.
Okay.
Yes, so you're going to help me, Juan Francisco, to complete these activities, this combination of verbs and prepositions. So tell me, apologize. What is apologize?
Apologize. I don't hear this word, teacher. What is the translation?
Apologize means disculparse. Apologize.
Disculpas.
Disculparse por algo, ¿no?
Okay.
Apologize. What about argue?
Argue. I don't hear, teacher.
New word, no worries. Argue means discutir. Argue.
Discutir sobre algo debe ser, ¿no? O con alguien.
Discutir con alguien. Excellent. For example, Juan Francisco argued with his brother. Yes, discutir en un contexto negativo, no argue. Argue. What about believe? This is believe.
Em, with something que es sobre
Con algo. With something.
con algo. Mm, Ah, I'm doing something in something to someone. Believe to someone podría ser.
Creer
Creer en,
a alguien. No, es creer
creer a alguien.
en. Ajá, tú ya lo dijiste.
O creer a alguien. No, creer en
Ah,
algo.
en algo.
En
Excellent.
algo, en
Believe in
something. Okay.
something. Yes, continue. What about belong? What is belong?
Belong. To belong. Mm, si mal no recuerdo, era algo parecido a mm, como estar en algo, pertenecer, algo así era.
Excellent. Belong to someone, pertenecerle a alguien, ¿no? O sea, belong to me. Generalmente usamos para los objetos. For example, this cell phone belongs to me. Este teléfono me pertenece, ¿no? Belongs to. What about care? Care.
Care. Mm, cuidarse.
Preocuparse, ¿no? Preocuparse acerca de algo. Care about something. Care. Okay. What about complain? Continue with complain.
Ah, complain about something. Creo que
Excellent.
era complain, ¿cómo es? Quejarse.
Quejarse acerca de
Eso.
algo, ¿no? Complain about something.
Co-
Continue with cope.
I don't hear this word, teacher.
Cope, the translation. Have you heard the word in Spanish, lidiar? Lidiar.
Yes, teacher.
Excellent. Lidiar con algo, ¿no? Cope with something. Generalmente algo molesto, algo difícil, ¿no? Cope.
Okay, teacher.
We have depend, yeah, con eso terminamos. We finish depend. What is depend?
Depend. Eh, depend about something. Dependo de algo,
Depender.
de alguien.
Excellent. Pero en English no usamos of, sino on. Depend on,
Ah,
depender de alguien. En Spanish decimos de, ¿no es cierto? Pero en English is on, sobre. Depend on someone or something.
okay, teacher.
The last two, succeed, succeed.
Mm, succeed. Eh, me suena la palabra, o sea, como que me suena una del español.
Succeed es
Seduce.
como tener éxito en algo, no en hacer algo.
Oh,
Succeed.
okay. Okay, teacher.
Yes. En la que nos quedó the only one, worry.
About something.
Excellent,
Mm,
worry. Don't worry, okay? Preocuparse acerca de algo, worry about.
yes, teacher.
So thank you, Juan Francisco. That's going to be all for today. Let me stop recording.